Simeli Mountain from the Brothers Grimm. There were once two brothers, the one rich, the other poor. The rich one, however, gave nothing to the poor one, and he gained a scanty living by trading in corn, and often did so badly that he had no bread for his wife and children. Once when he was wheeling a burro through the forest, he saw, on one side of him, a great, bare, naked-looking mountain, and as he had never seen it before, he stood still and stared at it with amazement. While he was thus standing, he saw 12 great wild men coming toward him, and as he believed they were robbers, he pushed his barrow into the thicket, climbed up a tree, and waited to see what would happen. The 12 men, however, went to the mountain and cried, "Simeli Mountain! Simeli Mountain! Open!" And immediately the barren mountain opened down the middle, and the 12 went into it. And as soon as they were within, it shut. After a short time, however, it opened again, and the men came forth carrying heavy sacks on their shoulders. And when they were all once more in the daylight, they said, "Simeli Mountain! Simeli Mountain! Shut thyself!" Then the mountain closed together, and there was no longer any entrance to be seen to it, and the 12 went away. When they were quite out of sight, the poor man got down from the tree, and was curious to know what really was secretly hidden in the mountain. So he went up to it and said, "Simeli Mountain! Simeli Mountain! Open!" And the mountain opened to him also. Then he went inside, and the whole mountain was a cavern full of silver and gold, and behind lay great piles of pearls and sparkling jewels, heaped up like corn. The poor man hardly knew what to do, and whether he might take any of these treasures for himself or not. But at last he filled his pockets with gold, but he left the pearls and precious stones where they were. When he came out again, he also said, "Simeli Mountain! Simeli Mountain! Shut thyself!" And the mountain closed itself, and he went home with the sparrow. And now he had no more cause for anxiety, but could buy bread for his wife and children with his gold, and wine into the bargain. He lived joyously and uprightly, gave help to the poor, and did good to everyone. However, when the money came to an end, he went to his brother, borrowed a measure that held a bushel, and brought himself some more, but did not touch any of the most valuable things. When for the third time he wanted to fetch something, he again borrowed the measure of his brother. The rich man had, however, long been envious of this brother's possession, and of the handsome way of living which he had set on foot, and could not understand from whence the rich came, and what his brother wanted with the measure. Then he thought of a cunning trick, and covered the bottom of the measure with pitch, and when he got to the measure bag, a piece of money was sticking in it. He at once went to his brother and asked him, "What had you been measuring in the bushel measure?" "Corn and barley," said the water. Then he showed him the piece of money, and threatened that he if not tell the truth he would accuse him before a court of justice. The poor man then told him everything, just as it happened. The rich man, however, ordered his carriage to be made ready and drove away, resolved to use the opportunity better than his brother had done, and to bring back with him quite different treasures. When he came to the mountain, he cried, "Simeli Mountain! Simeli Mountain! Open!" The mountain opened, and he went inside. The later treasures all before him, and for a long time he did not know which to clutch at first. At length he loaded himself with as many precious stones as he could carry. He wished to carry his burden outside, but as his heart and soul were entirely full of the treasures, he had forgotten the name of the mountain, and cried, "Simeli Mountain, open!" That, however, was not the right name, and the mountain never stirred, but remained shut. Then he was alarmed, but the longer he thought about it, the more its thoughts confused themselves, and his treasures were no more of any use to him. In the evening the mountain opened, and the 12 robbers came in, and when they saw him, they laughed and cried out, "Bird, have we caught you at last?" Did you think we had never noticed that you had been in here twice? We could not catch you then. The third time you shall not get out again. Then he cried, "It was not me, it was not me, it was my brother." But let him beg for his life and say what he would. They cut his head off. Hiding under the blanket already? No? Then we'll try again next week. If you enjoyed the story, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to hear next. Sleep well and have terrible, beautiful dreams.